Okay, so Facebook, Spotify, Comcast, T-Mobile. So today we're looking at networks and, different connections that provide you more with the usual payment of what you have to pay on the standard form of a large payment, and being able to know more about the components that contribute from those payments. And that's pretty much what we're seeing here, as all these take you know stacks of 874 from their hometown or from their hotspot to their own compound. So it's pretty much as you using more of the documents form of a subtropical or a subcontinental environment, and being able to use it from not only from a regular building or from a regular residence, but more from a a 98,808 experience point drive, something that gives you more of a bigger imagination of how much 1,000 is from 9,000, from 15,000, and knowing the difference of the money bringings, and understanding more of the circuits that is there, the circuits that you want, and the circuits that you can't have. And that's just looks of TransUnion, Comcast, Max Preps. You seeing majority of those things happening majority of the time, and it's pretty much where you seeing those types of ideals made out of, especially when it's construction, agriculture, and landscaping. And those are big parts of the study in nowadays of 1984 to 2077. And it's pretty much as we start more of iRobot, or even starting movies and films like that. So just pretty much as we working with different data details like that. Other than that, you working with something that you work with normally. Either it's data analyst, philosopher, or capitalist at the time. So it's pretty much as you working with your 1934 to 2024. Understanding more about the Declaration of Life, as you have different goals and different tasks coming from different fields of ownership, coming from now to later in many different fields of interest. So just pretty much using those type of statistics and characteristics to promote more for the positive detail that goes in U.S. government, world history, world cultures, and even more towards the diversity of education at the time. So it's pretty much as you're using a little bit of education to promote more for the positive imbalance that gives you more of an insight towards excelled careers. So it's pretty much as EcoLeaf help you with that type of detail, and it's all sponsored by Energizer. So it's pretty much giving you a optimal company to have faith in and have pride in, so you can so you can always have a little extra power when you need it, and be able to last extra 20-40 years extra, just because of things that last extra quite a bit. So it's pretty much as you're getting towards that, and understanding more of Comcast and T-Mobile coordinates and connections and networks. That's pretty much what we're looking at here at Spotify, where you just picking picking a code between these three and being able to go with it, and it's pretty much where you're using your digital data at, and it's pretty much using Adobe of ADP of MoneyGram to promote those details. So it's pretty much where you're using that detail to use more of the prominent detail to promote more for a positive positive deposits at the end of the day. Those are pretty much specified by Frost Interscopes, and we just want to make sure we get those payments across. So it's pretty much working with 9,808 hours of trans tax going out every 341 weeks. So it's pretty much working with Workday and WeWork of LifeWorks, and being able to know more about the situations that happen in world cultures versus U.S. government at the time. So it's pretty much as you working with government and world cultures, and understanding more about 98,808 different specifications of earth goods and classifications. And so it's just pretty much where you learning more about 2002. You learning more about 2002 of 2015, and being able to know more about earth goods and classifications. And it's pretty much as you get more to knowing better effects of networking and connections and coordinates, and knowing more about those types of details that promote those types. And it's pretty much as you using these coordinates to promote more for that, as you use these coordinates here, and it's pretty much as you using more data towards those coordinates, which lead to other locations after you find different meanings and different synonyms for what you want or what you're looking for, particularly out of 874 different resolutions. So that's just showing you about three or four different resources that happen on these types of communities and details, including Montopolis. And so it's pretty much where you're using more of those inquiries to impose a notification for. So it's pretty much where you're using that detail. Other than that, we are focusing on different circuits and different coordinates of the detail. So it's pretty much working with a lot of these companies like Google Infrmark, and Google Infrmark is one of the sponsors that sponsors all these good intentions and good brainers, and those types of quadrants in the future. So it's pretty much as you're using more proper detail to promote more for intuitive acknowledgments. So T-Mobile is a big sponsor of that. So it's being able to use your own platform and own language for your own program to promote more for what your style is. So that's pretty much working on construction, agriculture, and landscaping. And together that looks like agriculture is pretty much. Let's start with landscaping. Landscaping is where we start out first. Landscaping is where you do you work on sidewalks, or you work on trails, whether you want to put soil down, or rocks down, or flowers down. You know, you want to make a nice preview for yourself. So you know, you working on more of that premium luxury preview um, font, and you know that's basically what we want to do to promote more for a positive um, environment at the end of the day. So you know, it's working with more Mitt Romney, Lloyd Doggett, Greg Abbott. You know, you're working with those types of details when you're working with a state infrastructure of 974, 899, 849, 839, 888, 889. And you know, that's just working with more of Monster Inc., more of Ratatouille, more of more of Surf's Up at the end of the day. So, you know, this is pretty much where you're looking at those types of details. So, you know, this is pretty much where you're looking at, you know, 980 different types of details instead of 98,000 or 9,800. You're looking at 980. And, you know, it's pretty much as you're using 2006 with 2014, and you're looking at a good gist of how you want to appropriate those types of political advancements at the time. So you know that's pretty much where you start, you know, a whole nother chapter of coordinates and quadrants at the time, as you start in 846 different coordinates at Reagan, and you know, understanding more about the coordinates that apply at Reagan's propositions. So you know, it's pretty much working with $87,794 $100.43. So you know, it's pretty much working with, you know, just summer camps and recreational camps, stuff like that, to promote more for the positive language of 87 to 75. So you know, it's pretty much working with CNN, Comcast. You know, you're working with those points individual like that, and you know, MSN as well. So you know, it's pretty much using more of digital data to promote more for the positive acknowledgments of the environment and landscapes at the hour. So you know, that's pretty much what these companies do to promote more for that interest, and you know, that's pretty much like 938% of hundreds at the time. So you know, it's pretty much as it gets paid upon its advertisements. So you know, with that being said, you know, EcoLeaf is just the walk with introduction and relief at the time. You know, being able to know more about having something that is dark in your environment, and you know, you want to be able to explain it and express it. So you know, it's pretty much where you leaving, you know, as much as possible towards, you know, having something to talk about, and you know, having that right appreciative balance out there. So you know, it's just using, you know, 371 coordinates, and you know, using 374 coordinates, and you know, using it in codes is pretty much where you want to be able to eliminate the factor, and you know, make a better proposition out of it. So you know, it's pretty much where you're using more of the porta potty area, and you know, being able to use hand sanitizer to clean the hands of the detail. So you know, it's pretty much working with 9800, you know, 24 times.